I'm here with baby Lynn, my little mini-me, and she is here all cuddled up. She's wearing her Janie and Jack Tiny Treasures white with gray polka dots little two-piece set that I put on her last. But as I showed you guys in my last video, I just got this new preemie sleeper from Mayor All, which I totally thought was going to be too big, but it seemed to fit Ellia perfectly, so I know it'll work perfectly for baby Lynn. It also seems very soft and flexible, which I think will make it easier. I think it'll make it easier to dress her with, so I'm excited to change her into this. And while I am changing her, I thought I would just chat with you guys a little bit because one thing I've been just thinking about, and I noticed this dynamic happening a lot, you know, when we collectors get a new baby in the nursery. It's not that we don't love our old babies any less, but there definitely can be a tendency to spend a lot of time with that new baby, and you know, and sort of ignore the other babies in our collection. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, and I'm trying to think, like, you know, does this, and I don't know if some of you guys end up worrying that, you know, you're just not going to want to handle your older babies as much after getting a new baby, especially if it's a dream baby, after getting a new baby in the nursery. So yeah, I don't know. You know, because I've definitely felt like I've gravitated so much towards this little cutie, and then also my Enli, my baby Ellia. Baby Ellia I've probably handled a little bit more because I have her sitting out and displayed, whereas baby Lynn I have her tucked away just for extra protection. Just because my kids do sometimes barge in to the room, and I just don't want to risk anything happening to her. So, oh my goodness, I'm always like blown away by how how amazingly real she looks whenever I see her. Her skin just looks so like vibrant. So I'm going to dress her the way I did baby Ellia, since that seemed to work. So we'll do feet first. And I just love that this fabric is so incredibly soft. You know, I'm going to cut off these tags. This is just a lot of tags. Yeah, this is crazy. This is like, it's like 8 tags here, you guys. So I just don't need that brushing against her silicone. Not necessary. Okay, so we cut that off. I don't know why I didn't notice it when I was changing Ellia. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys notice that, where you get a new baby and then the older babies get a little bit ignored? And I heard Amanda on Mono Negro Babies, Mono Negro Babies, cannot talk today, mentioned this on her channel about, like, now that she has more babies, trying to figure out a way, like an organized way, that she can make sure she's like spending time with everyone and that nobody's getting neglected. And I think Crystal had talked about this too on her channel, about like having like a schedule to spend time with the babies. But I like know myself, I know that would like not work for me, because I guess I just don't like to feel obligated, you know, when it comes to my hobby. So it's just, you know, whoever I gravitate is who I gravitate towards. But it is neat, because like the other day, for example, I was playing with Millie, who is my, who is my Olive by Sandy Faber. And she's my partial silicone baby, for those of you guys who are new to my channel. And I was holding her, and I was realizing, like, wow, I really love this baby. She's so fun, and she's just got the most darling smile. And I was holding Noah too, my Gabigail, partial silicone, and realizing, like, yeah, I really love him too. And I was like, oh, I should do more videos with both of them. So, oh, this is lovely. Oh, this is so perfect for her. Yeah. when I've had it on Elia, all I could envision was just having this on baby Lynn. Just something about it seems to suit her better. Oh, this is so sweet. I love this. And it feels like a little bit loose and a little bit comfortable on her. And I think it just fits perfectly. So this is the Mayor All Preemie size. Yeah, and it really works. So I think I'm realizing that if it's a newborn size that where the size chart says it's up to 19 inches, it works okay with this baby. But then if it's newborn size, but where the size chart says up to 21 inches, it's just going to be too big. So so that's going to be kind of my rule of thumb. But yeah, it's really hit or miss. It's so hard to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. So, oh my goodness, look at her. Oh, she's so, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, you guys. Oh, she's so cuddly. I cannot get over her. So she's just going to look at you guys while we finish our chat. Yeah, so, and you know, I don't want to be like, you know, a bad reborn mommy where I'm like neglecting all the other babies in my nursery, but I think it is normal and natural that when you get a new addition that they do occupy some more of your attention, especially for a little while. But yes, I mean, that doesn't mean that you don't love the other babies just as much, or that you don't still love the other babies. So, oh my gosh, she's so cute. So what else to share with you guys? Oh, I have some exciting news. So I am, okay, so I as of this filming, I have not yet bid on those 2 eBay auctions. I think I told you one of the ones I was watching is the Reborn Lila Awake, and the other one is a Reborn Lila Asleep. This one has painted hair, so that's kind of one of my hesitations, because I feel like if I'm going to purchase a baby, I'd really rather purchase one with rooted hair, because I know how to paint hair for myself on my baby, so I kind of want a baby that has rooted hair, just because I don't know how to do that, or you know, I can kind of do it, but not well. I've never rooted a full head of hair. I've only done combi style. So that was one of my hesitations. But gosh, this baby was reborn so beautifully. The artist is Sam's Reborn Nursery. So I'm sitting here. That auction actually ends tomorrow morning. So I'm trying to think about whether I want to go for it or not. The bidding isn't too high right now, but that really doesn't mean anything when it comes to eBay. Oh, and the other baby that is going on auction this weekend, and I'm sure this will all be like old news by the time you guys watch this video, since I do film in advance, is Ella by Jenny Lee. There's going to be another Ella on auction. She's a very newborn looking Ella, and she's so cute. But I feel like with Ella, I really want to hold out for like an Asian one. I've messaged Jenny saying, hey, are you planning to make an Asian Ella? Because I would love to have one. And she said, yes, she is planning to make one at some point. So I don't know if she'll end up bringing one to the doll show, or if, you know, or if she'll end up like, just, you know, auctioning one off, you know, during, you know, in the next few months. So I'm not sure about that, but I think that would be amazing, because it would be so cool to have a sleeping baby that, and if I have a sleeping baby that really looks that realistic, maybe I would feel more brave to take one out. I do have Melina, of course, my Aria, who is the Melina by Andrea Archel, and she's a sleeping portrait of my daughter Audrey. I do have her, but she's just a very special baby, and I'm very worried about taking her out, because, you know, for me, she's not replaceable. Not that Ella would be, but it's just the sentimental value is not quite the same when it's not a portrait baby, if that makes sense. Even though Ella is an absolutely gorgeous baby. So those are the things that like run through my mind, and you know, as I think about maybe hopefully this year doing some more outing videos, and maybe being a little bit more brave to take a doll that looks a little bit more real looking and isn't just more of a play doll that, you know, can just sort of pass for being Audrey's doll, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I know if, yeah, but this one is not going to be taken out. Like, I know, yeah, I think I shared this before. I just don't think I would feel comfortable having possibly lots of people touch her and stuff like that. So yeah, so she will be a baby I enjoy more in private, but she's just my ultimate. I just love her. Oh, and I wanted to chat with you guys about the Rose Doll Show, because that's just fun, like to talk about that. So, oh wait, but yeah, so let's talk about Rose, and then I want to go back to sharing some other fun news with you guys. So the Rose Doll Show is going to be in July. It's July, I believe it's 11th, or maybe it's the 10th. Sorry, I think it's July 11th through 14th. I believe the classes are on the 11th and 12th, and then the show is actually on the 13th and 14th. So I have bought tickets for myself and Audrey and my mom. You know, we're all three of us are going to go. It's going to be a girls' week, and my husband and son are going to go do their own thing. They're going to do like an outdoorsy, campy sort of thing, which will be fun for them. So it'll be really fun. And Audrey is so excited, you guys. She has been asking me to watch the videos of the doll show that I took from last year. And I do have a playlist, if you guys want to check that out, of all the Rose Doll Show videos that I took. So, and I've been watching them too, just because I'm anticipating and so excited about the show this year, just because I think it'll be so great, because, I feel like this year in the community, I've gotten to know, like, I met a whole bunch of really amazing people last year at the show, and it'll be so fun to see them again, and then also make new friends. And I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel have been mentioning that you're planning to go to the show, so it'll be so fun to see you guys as well. And I know I haven't really shown my face on camera, but there aren't that many like Asian collectors, so you guys can probably figure out, and you guys have seen Audrey, so you'll be able to find us probably pretty easily. So definitely come and say hello. And yeah, I think the fun parts of the show are really like hanging out in the lobby. And if you're not staying at the Hilton, you can still come hang out in the lobby. There's no rule against that. And I just remember last year when we were hanging out in the lobby, it was like, there were probably like 6 or 7 of us just sitting there chatting, hanging out with our babies, just having fun. And then I think I told you guys this in my one of the videos, but there was this guy who approached us, and he just was like, he just could not, he had never seen Reborns before. He was floored, like his jaw just like dropped, and he was just hysterical. He was so exaggerated. He might have had a little bit too much to drink, possibly. He was maybe a little bit tipsy, but he just was so exaggerated with his reaction. It was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe these are real babies. These are dolls. Let me hold this one. Oh my gosh, that is so real. And it was just, oh, you know what it reminded me of? And I don't know if he still watches my channel at all, but he commented on one of my videos. I was so thrilled. I don't know if you guys have seen J Squared. He collects all sorts of dolls. He's a guy, and he's a doll collector, and I really enjoy some of his videos. But he had a video where he got his first Reborn, and just his reaction was so hysterical, like just cracked me up to no end. And he was like, guys, this is not for me. But anyway, this other guy was just so hilarious. We were all cracking up and just laughing at his reaction. And it just reminds me like how awesome this hobby is when like, people who have never seen these dolls before see it for the first time. For those of us who are on YouTube a lot and we watch videos and we have dolls in our collection, the fact that these dolls look so real, it kind of doesn't faze you after a while, if that makes sense. Like the whole uncanny valley factor, that kind of goes away after a while, after you've like seen these dolls a lot and are used to just how amazingly real they look. I mean, I still feel like blown away, of course, by the realism, but it doesn't like have the same surprise factor as it once did, if that makes sense. So it's just so fun when you get to see people reacting for the very first time to these babies. And so that's some motivation to do some outing videos, just because that would be so cool to capture those reactions. And I love watching outing videos and reaction videos. I'm maybe just a little bit too chicken, but I will work up the nerve. And the fun thing about the doll show is just everybody's there with their babies, and it's like the one place where you can carry a Reborn or a silicone around and just feel totally normal and in your element, because everybody is doing it. And that is just like so fun, just to be in a place where you can be so open with your hobby and with your love for the babies. And so yeah, the other things I'm just like really looking forward to, I'm going to be taking Susan's silicone painting class, which will be really cool. Not because I'm going to try to aspire to be a silicone artist. I think being a silicone artist really freaks me out, because the high price of the kits it's really, really expensive. So the thought about messing up like a $2,000 blank full body silicone kit is very scary to me, versus buying a Reborn vinyl kit. And if you mess it up, yeah, it might be a $125 or $150 kit, but it's not $2,000 for a silicone kit. So I don't think I'm going to be painting silicone, but I just am curious to learn. And that class is so hard to get into that when Susan had messaged me and offered me a spot several months ago, I was like, oh yeah, no, I would definitely grab it. And the fun thing about that class, and any of the Reborn classes for that matter, you guys, if you're thinking about maybe taking a class, I know Stephanie's teaching a class, which would be so cool, and Jackie's teaching one. There's so many different classes. There is an air dry painting class as well. It's not taught by Cher, it's taught by another lady, but the fun thing about taking a class is you get to go home with a baby that you make in your class, which is really cool. And so with Susan's class, we will be going home with a silicone baby. It will be a full body, but it's going to be a little 10-inch mini baby. So it'll be very small, but I think that'll be really fun. And I am hoping to, I remember I found some really cute 10-inch baby clothing at the doll show last year. So I'm hoping to get some more for not just the baby that I create, but also my wee patience, who is my Violet. So, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then, trying to think what else, to share with you guys. I really should do a whole nother video with just like tips and advice for when you do go to the Rose Doll Show. But, even though it's still like 6-7 months away, I'm just starting to get more and more excited about it. And I hope you guys are too. There is another doll show if you don't want to go to the West Coast. There is the IDTNS doll show, which is the International Doll and Teddy Show. That one is actually going to be in Orlando this year, which I am like, oh, that would be so cool, because I'm just such a big like Disney World fan. But that one, I don't think I can, I don't think I can get more vacation time to go to that one. Plus it's a longer flight. And if I go to Orlando, I really want to be able to spend a week there and maybe combine that with Disney World. So I hope they'll have it in Orlando again in the future. I really do, because I think that's a great location, and it's nice that it's more of a destination location. So so that's another major doll show, and they have a lot of the similar kinds of events, like the baby shower. They have the awards banquet. They also have like some extra. They also have classes, and of course a 2-day show as well. So the setup is very similar to Rose. So if you guys want to check that out, I definitely would encourage you to also look into that show. And then there are other doll shows, like there's one in the Midwest and other ones popping up. So it's so cool that, I mean, I just feel like it's a sign that our hobby is growing. And and one of the reasons I'm on YouTube is to share this hobby and to make it so that people who are discovering it for the first time can learn about it, decide if it's something that they want to participate in, and just to have fun with it. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble and chat about, I was about to close this video, but I forgot to tell you my other big news. So I am reborn expecting. Yay! And I'm going to keep it a surprise in terms of exactly what baby is going to be coming home. But like on a whim, I just, you know, one of my friends, Dolly friends, and I were messaging on Facebook, and we were chatting, and we decided we decided to do a mutual swap. And this is kind of nuts because I was going to do the swap on the Quora forum, which is the one I participated in last time. But then I kind of felt like, oh, I have all these custom orders. I don't know if I'm going to have time. So I decided not to participate in that one. Well, I decided to do a swap with one of my Dolly friends, who's also an artist, and I'm so excited about it because I'm going to paint her a baby, and she's going to paint me a baby. I'm keeping both babies a surprise. We were messaging each other back and forth, and so I know what kit I'm going to be getting, which is really cool, and she knows what kit she's going to be getting, but I'm just so excited. It's going to be really, really fun. She's never done a swap before, so she's super thrilled and psyched about it. And I think it'll just be, I think it's just kind of nice because it's like sometimes with swaps, the organized swaps, like through the forums, like you have no idea what baby you're gonna get, but like she has an idea of my work and I have an idea of her work, and we both like each other's work, which is cool. And so so one day, you know, this would be maybe something to do in the future. I think it would be really, really fun to do like a swap with YouTube Reborn artists, you know, for anyone who wants to participate. We could do like a group swap, and I'd be totally willing to organize something like that in the future. You know, once I kind of catch my breath on my custom orders and everything. But I just think swaps are so fun because could you imagine if, like, let's say even if five of us artists like got together and said, hey, we're gonna swap, that would be just like 5 box openings, and you could totally see who gifted a baby to whom and watch all these box openings. And it's a fun way to get a new baby without having to purchase one, because you paint one and then you just swap. And so it's like a trade, except there's more of a surprise because you don't know what the baby will look like. So anyway, I just think it's all really fun and I'm excited about it. So all right, guys, I'm going to close this video. I think I've been talking for a long time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And if you click the bell, you will get notified anytime I have a new video that's posted. So really appreciate you guys being here. And baby Lynn says bye to all her aunties. I'm going to give her a snuggle, and then I will talk to you all later. Bye.